Yo, Date Everything is one of the most bizarre and delightful games I've played in years. It's got heart, humor, and more thirst trap voice acting than any other game on the market. If the idea of falling in love with your vacuum cleaner or having beef with your toaster sounds insane, well, it kind of is. And yet, Date Everything makes it work. But even with all its charm, there are a few things that almost ruin the experience for me. Not deal breakers, but definitely things that stop me from fully falling in love with this wildly ambitious title. Let's get into it.
Number 1.
100 dateable characters sounds amazing on paper until you try juggling them. While the variety is genuinely impressive and the designs are chef kiss creative, not every character gets the spotlight they deserve. Some have layered arcs, others feel like one-off gags. At around 60 characters in, I started skipping dialogue just to move the story along. There's only so much you can emotionally invest in before you start burning out.
Number 2.
Precisely, oh fresh one. Now you're getting
Not gonna lie, this one kind of frustrated me early on. You're only allowed 5 conversations per in-game day, which might sound fine, but when you're trying to explore, experiment, and make progress with multiple characters, it starts to feel a little bit restrictive, especially when some characters require very specific timings or location. It ends up slowing the game down more than I probably feel that it should. I'm all for pacing, but this feels like artificial padding in my humble opinion.
Number 3.
human.
At first, discovering new dateables kind of felt like a fun little scavenger hunt, but once I hit 75 out of 100, it got a little bit tedious to keep it real. There's a rumor app in the game that gives you hints, but even then, I'd spend a whole in-game days just trying to find a single new item I hadn't talked to yet, only to realize I accidentally spoken to their twin cousin yesterday. It's not game breaking, but it does pull you out of the fun when you just want to keep the momentum going.
Number 4.
At its core, this is a romance sim. Choice should matter in this game. Well, it kind of sort of does. Most of the time, it is obvious how to win someone over or pee them off, but other times, one seemingly jokey dialogue choice can unexpectedly lock you into the hate path with no warning. Once you're there, it's definitely hard to recover without special in-game items. It felt less like meaningful branching and more like punishment for misreading the tone.
Character who is, well, not really a dateable object per se, but more of a...
Number 5.
You're here now, so you can go get me one.
For a text-heavy game, Date Everything could really use a few basic quality of life features. There is no text log, no autoplay, and no easy way to tell which object you've already talked to unless you dive into a menu. When there are around 100 characters to manage, even small oversights like these become very, very annoying. And with the art and voice work being this good, it's kind of a shame in my opinion that the interface didn't kind of get the same polish.
Final verdict.
$1 million question, is this game worth buying? Now, to be honest with you guys, I personally wasn't 100% sure what kind of game I was stepping into. The trailers, visuals, and overall concept certainly had me curious from the start, and part of me actually thought that this game might lean towards something similar to Persona 5 in terms of the life simulation elements. But after spending time with it, I can say that this genre isn't 100% my usual go-to. It goes without saying that I did expect a bit of visual novel flavor, but I didn't realize just how heavily it sits in that category. And keeping it real, I'm personally not the biggest visual novel fan. There's a lot of reading involved, which can be a little bit too much for someone like myself with a shorter attention span and less patience for text-heavy experiences. But with that being said, I still do think that Date Everything is worth picking up if you enjoy this genre. The soundtrack is genuinely great, the voice acting is top tier, and the hand-drawn art and creativity behind the characters are seriously impressive. Even if it's not fully for someone like myself, I can see how this game could be Definitely a must buy for all of the fans of visual novels. It certainly will keep you entertained for hours. If we put the fact that I'm not really into visual novels to one side and some of the flaws that I mentioned earlier, I will say that Date Everything is definitely one of the most creative, joyful, and genuinely hilarious games that I have played this year. It's over the top in the best way, with stunning voice performances, brilliant writing, and a tone that somehow balances absurdity with sincerity. It's not perfect and it can absolutely be overwhelming, but the heart behind it is impossible to ignore. I feel like if you do enjoy dating sims, visual novels, and just want to play something that doesn't take itself too seriously while still surprising you with depth, Date Everything, in my opinion, is certainly a must-play game. Anyway, peeps, there you have my take and a kind of spoiler-free review, just trying to give you guys my opinion as to how I've experienced Date Everything in the past week that I've been playing it. Do let me know in the comments below as to whether you've had the chance to pick this game up on day one, and what do you make of it so far, or are you sitting on the fence as to whether you're going to be buying it or not. As always, if you did enjoy this very quick urban gameplay video, be sure to hit the like button. Do hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so before, and until next video, we definitely say peace out, peeps.
Yeah, Ugh. Why am I laughing so much? This isn't funny. It's always easier when you're playing a role, I feel. When you know what the boundaries are.